So I was telling Mary about a big awakening I've had like all week long. It's been so good. And I want to share with you guys. And hope that it creates, I'm just turning it into a meditation form. And I hope that it creates the same effect in you. Or maybe a like, oh, that's how it happens, and then it may happen to you too. So first, calm the mind with a breath and feel the belly rise and fall, taking belly breaths to really just calm down the nervous system. Relaxing tension in your face, in your forehead. And just noticing the breath or just a movement, an energy that's over you that is in the most relaxing, supportive atmosphere that you could possibly think of. And relaxing the mind. Understanding that that is where the ego lives, and we're just going to really concentrate on letting go of the ego so that you can allow space for source and spirit in your body. And I've heard an old acronym thing that I love. It always makes me remember what's going on when the ego is out of control. As it stands ego, E-G-O, edging God out. And I sort of had a vision of just a human form that was bright and glowing, but there were a few shadows in this beautiful, glowing, holy vessel. And the shadows were ego, edging God out of the vessel. And so like there's a leak spot, a weak spot, or a spot where things are leaking out, your God light. And so filling up your body with light right now, just, you're so neutral. There's no right, no wrong, so then there would be no ego. So you're just completely neutral and relaxed right now. And you see just your body form, not attaching much to the look of it or trying to identify if it's you or not. You know, you're just experiencing this body. So feel yourself just experiencing the body. Feel the hands relax. Because you are this observer that is seeing and feeling. You're just attached to this skin sac. And then they put the tricky little thing of the mind in there with us. And it tries to take over all the time. And so we must come from Spirit fully all the time. So there's no self-doubting, no judging, no self-judging, no questioning thoughts at all. You're just in a total state of trust and neutrality and coming from Spirit. So it's like every moment is holy. And then be in the moment of that. What does it feel like to be really aware? Like just focusing on whatever it is you're looking at or hearing. And the sight is very helpful. Even if your eyes are closed, you see lights, you see shapes. Look into this darkness. That's being just aware of a beautiful light show behind your eyelids. But maybe there's more to it. Maybe this is what the energy field looks like. Just focusing either into the darkness or on an object in front of you. Stare deeply at it or look deeply into it. It could be just a little weed flower or a stick or a rock or just even a man-made item, and look at how amazing it is. See tiny details. And you are in the present moment, the moment of creation. And you have a lot of power being this much in the moment and coming from Spirit, where there is no shadow inside of you. You are just always coming from Spirit. I come from truth. I come from love. In every step I take and every little move I make and thing I touch, and I just am loving it. I'm feeling so much love in your heart for this part of this experience of being very aware and bringing in together the knowing that you are the little weed flower that you're looking at, or the stick, or you are that deep space behind your eyes if your eyes are closed. And what you are is power, energy, force. And you are connected to everything. And it is all power and energy and force. And you draw all that power into you like through a funnel underneath your perineum. You see all this giant energy. And you're pulling it up and inside of you and blasting yourself with light and love, healing, abundance, anything that you want. Filling yourself up with that light and relaxing with it. Breathe it into you and feel its oneness rising and falling in your chest and in your belly, this magnificent power that you are. And you are full of light. And you are one with everything. We are so connected. We are not separate. We're giant. We're huge energy. Having an experience. So energy experiencing energy. And see the toric field going around you. The energy coming up through your core, up and out of you, all the way around you, like you're in the middle of an apple. And this energy is going up and around you and back up into you. And then it can also come from above and down into the head and down into the body and out and around, this big energy traveling like figure eights, like going right through the apple, just so much energy buzzing around you. And that is what you are, who you are. That energy. Sometimes I imagine like dust in a sunbeam in the house, like you shake a blanket and there's a sunbeam coming through a window and so much dust around. Like that kind of energy, and each one of us is a speck of dust, having an experience as a speck of dust, and realizing we are the dust. It's like, I am the dust. I breathe that stuff in. I bring the dust from the outside in. My skin cells dry off, and that's me. That's all of me. I'm just breathing myself in, and I am one with everything. We are so connected. And we're encapsulated in this body. And encapsulated here on earth with the force of gravity keeping us down and all perfect conditions and atmosphere for this germ of a planet with little tiny germs and dust, inhabitants, thinking they're pretty big stuff, thinking they're in control, and finding out someday that it's all just a dream. We didn't have to take it so serious. We have forgot why we came down here to experience this life. We got caught up in what we thought everybody else was thinking of us. But one day we woke up and we realized how powerful we were. And we realized all we had to do was ask and come from spirit and truth and light and knowing you are that. And this is your experience that you picked to come down and have. And you can have and do and be whatever you want when you control this power or move with it, have it flow. And just see whatever it is you want. And the focus on it. Like you're looking very deeply at whatever it is you want. Seeing it very clearly. Bringing your senses into this creating moment. Picking your heartfelt desire. What do you want? And using consciousness and you can start with something small, something little, like a piece of gum, and surprise yourself when a piece of gum lands in your lap. I was just thinking I wanted a piece of gum, and blam, somebody starts passing out gum. And this week, my mother-in-law was complaining about the pain in her shoulder and how she was upset that her doctor's appointment for her surgery was canceled. Like stuff was canceled. And she was real upset about it. And I said, well, when do you want to have this surgery? And she says, tomorrow. And I said, well, we couldn't do that because it would take too much time to get you ready to go. We need some time. So you got to be careful of what you ask for. And she says, you know, she agrees, but she's like, as soon as possible. I said, all right, well, let's just manifest it. Let's just focus on what it is that you want. And we know that we are this powerful that we're going to make it happen. And I told her, get ready, it's going to happen. I'm going to show you how just thinking about having it happen was going to make it happen. And I walked her through it. And the next evening, which was almost exactly 24 hours after we set this intention of making this happen, his sister writes and says, I got mom's surgery dates. It's March 24th, but she's going to need to come home probably by the beginning of the month to get ready for all of the appointments that she's going to have. I said, that's great. We were manifesting that, and she's going to be so happy to hear that. And she says, okay. And then she wrote me back a little bit later and said, she's going to call you because she's so excited about this, so act surprised. And I said, okay. So a sweet little story of how powerful your manifesting is if you are very conscious of it and you practice awareness all day long and you come from the spiritual source inside of you that is bright and full of light, and send peace down on you. A relaxing wave of peace down. calm and relaxed. And sending blessings over you of always knowing that you are safe. Always knowing there's no such thing as lack, that whatever you want, you can have. And knowing that this is just the dream, that it's not so serious. We're just down here having an experience. And we're just energy. And the ego is what makes us think we're so special, that separates us from everyone and everything. So edging ego out with your light. Purity. Total acceptance of everything as this wonderful experience. And feeling gratitude. The knowing that you are waking up from the dream. Knowing the key is in awareness, in the present moment, and experiencing it like 360, as if you are the drone camera. And you're this energy ball, and you're glowing on the inside and beaming out love and just experiencing from a little above, not attached. You love it all, but you're not attached. You just know it's having its experience as well. And that we're all just energy moving, tainted with old thoughts and beliefs, and realizing they're what keep us down, and accepting that you could let go of all of your old beliefs, knowing it may take practice, letting go of judgment all the way around of every single thing, so that you just experience without haters' glasses on. Accepting challenging people as awareness. Here's a challenge. How do I handle this? Come from spirit. Ask God, how would you handle this? If you come from spirit, you know you're supposed to love them. And realize it's your ego keeping you from acceptance. Your old beliefs. And if you need to practice acceptance on smaller levels before big work, go ahead, practice. Accepting the present moment. Being very aware of the whole experience. And enjoy the feeling rush that you'll get when you get there. See what it is that you really want. Describe what you want. See it happening in tiny detail. And then accept something even better when it comes. Usually happens. This can be any situation that you want to have happen in your life, such as job, career, relationships. Just see in detail how it's going to go. And accepting this or anything better. See how powerful and bright you are, strong. Draw in your power. The big part of my awakening was realizing that forgiveness is what makes us one. It's like you can't quite be all the way one until everything is forgiven. And we are one, and once you get that, and it's just that experience, having its experience that you're judging and holding on to beliefs to, that is holding you back from letting yourself shine as bright as possible. And so doing the forgiveness work, and it could just be, I forgive you, ego, and let you go. You made the experience interesting, and I'm going to shine from bright light and practice letting you go as much as possible and coming from total acceptance of everything. Coming from love and truth and neutrality all the time. And drawing in your power, knowing you are this one giant being connected to everyone and everything. And if you are resisting anything in your life, that it will persist. Resist, persists. Like two objects pushing into each other. No one's going anywhere. It's stuck in your head. as an illusion that you're right and something else is wrong. And you let that go and you forgive yourself. And you just forgive, like sending big forgiveness just out into the universe so that everyone can feel this big release of what it feels like to forgive. And rise up from it, detach from it, just let it go. It's not who you are. You just let it go. You let go of your attachment to it. It was made up in your head where all suffering comes from. And you love yourself. And you're so grateful for figuring this out. All suffering comes from my head. I attach a belief to it and make it right or wrong. Even beliefs that you believe are right. You decide to let go of those so that you can experience more. It's opening space by detaching from it. And then you can think of things a different way. Oh, I never would have thought of it that way if I kept on holding on to my old beliefs that that was right or wrong. There could possibly be an alternative that is better, because it's all part of the divine timing. And just trust that. Trust everything is divine timing. And you don't have to do anything, but just experience the moment. And know that you will someday wake up and think, oh, it was just a dream. And nobody got hurt. And so knowing that you're that limitless, that you're living this dream life and you can have and do and be whatever you want. And you relax your body because you realize that image is illusion. And you relax your resistance to anything because you realize the more I resist, the more this will persist. You just let go and detach and thank it for this huge lesson of letting go of ego. And you realize that you're not that special. It's just a dream, so it's not that special. And you detach from your self-image. And you open fully for Spirit to take up all that space that you just detached from. Fill yourself with powerful, pure Spirit from truth and neutrality. It's all good. It's all for your benefit. And it's how you perceive it. Are you going to fight yourself your whole life? Or do you think you could become comfortable and own it? Own the uniqueness And then detach from that so that you don't have to worry about that anymore. And experience life and create life exactly how you want it. It's being open to accept everything. Detaching from ego in its many, many levels. The cause of all suffering is in the head. Judgment, beliefs, limiting thoughts, and realizing you can let it go. You are not attached, and you are in this moment, right here, right now, and you are safe, and you are taken care of, and you trust the universe completely. And you relax it into you, knowing that this peaceful feeling is going to spread through you. As you practice non-judgment and detachment. Think of yourself floating like a speck of dust in a sunbeam. Think of yourself as the speck of dust. Think of yourself as the sunbeam. Think of yourself as the whole room. And panning up and out and seeing that you are connected to all of this. And you're controlling your experience with your emotions. And when you realize if you let go of that control of emotions that you feel like you have to have and detach from them and become neutral and coming from love, that you will only be and see and experience love all the time. Practicing coming from love and being aware. And creating your dream life. Knowing you can be, do, and have whatever you want. You are this amazing creative force that's connected to Source Force. So powerful. So aware. So detached. Non-judgment. No beliefs. Just pure awareness. Feel that you are the sun. You are this huge bright light. so powerful. You are the sun and everything you shine on. It's all you. Feel that giant power. The sun is not just the earth. The whole solar system is benefiting from the sun. Feel its bigness, its powerful heat, and how things grow from it. It is creation. Loving that pure light. Draw into you. And feeling this power growing in your belly and coming to your breath. Coming back into the body through the breath in the belly, being more aware of the breath. What is expanding and contracting in your body as you're breathing? Feeling your back rise and fall with the breath in your lungs. Just relaxing into it. And just your relaxed breath. And looking into your heart and knowing that you can shoot this ray of love from your heart all the way out and around you, that you feel this peaceful, peaceful love, its healing abilities, and the abundance that it's just containing for you to use and experience. You are the container of this abundant light and love and creation, health. The awareness is like a storage bank, keeping you so present and open. And just relaxing into it. Making peace with your power and your creative powers and whatever you're going to create. See yourself with your creation and feel yourself coming back into the body. So feel it, just as if you have and had whatever you wanted to do or be. And coming back into the body and making it real inside of you, feeling it as you awaken into your body. You feel it as you bring awareness to your hands and awareness to your feet. Coming from love to your hands and feet, this pure, powerful love, healing, and recharging youth and vitality. It's making your body younger. Relaxing the body and waking up the body at the same time. No tension as you're waking up, just coming into it. Coming into your arms and legs. Into your hips, your back, and your chest. And coming into breath awareness. And coming from truth and love and oneness and health and youth and ready to control this power of light. And wiggling your fingers and toes and rolling on to your right side.